I think the LinguaFolio can be used with all grade levels, but definitely for all ages too. And it's a great idea for teachers or language teachers to almost have one of their own. And when I did LinguaFolio training, I'll remember that we did several pages of the LinguaFolio ourselves to figure out where we were. And so we were the student for the day, and we had to fill out certain pages of the LinguaFolio to kind of give us that experience of what our kids would be doing. And it occurred to me, yes, this would be a great thing for teachers to do as well. You know, teachers try to keep track of, have a professional portfolio, but for language teachers, or even for content teachers, hoping that maybe this LinguaFolio will catch on and move to other content levels, you really need to keep track of your experience and your skills and your work that you've done within your content area or your area of certification. And so it's a great tool to have in addition to a professional portfolio or in addition to your resume or CV. So it would be a great idea if a student started a LinguaFolio in the K-12 system, kept their LinguaFolio, maybe even became a target language teacher and could show their kids, their students, this was my LinguaFolio. And see, I started out down here. I could only write one sentence in the target language when I was in this grade, but then I progressed, and slowly through hard work and through my experiences, I've been able to progress now to where I am. And that's also a great motivation for kids. And so it's important for us as teachers to remind them that it's a process, and it is challenging, but it's definitely worth taking the risk. I, as a non-native speaker, try to use that in my own classroom and say, I was where you were, once. I had to listen to my Spanish teachers, and I had Spanish ever since elementary school. And so I understand the struggle, and I understand what it's like. And that, I think, helps, greatly with my students, because I can empathize with them.
As far as training goes, one of the things that was most beneficial to me about LinguaFolio was actually filling it out myself, because I also took one look at it and went, wow, this is a lot. There's a lot of paper. This is one more thing our teachers have to do. Is this really going to be valuable? But sitting down and filling out my own LinguaFolio, I've lived in Korea, I've lived in China, I studied some French in high school, I've picked up some Spanish along the way, but I haven't had a lot of formal language training. And I sat down and did the LinguaFolio myself and looked at the pieces where it said, what have you done? What have you done in travel? What have you done with friends? Have you watched a movie? Have you done these different things? And it really allowed me to value my own language learning experience and to value the experience that I have with cultures even more. And if the teacher or the trainer doesn't buy into something, the participants are going to know that. No matter how good it sounds, if you don't really believe in it, they're going to know. And so for me, filling it out myself caused me to believe in it. It allowed me to truly get excited about it, even though I didn't have a classroom to go in and use it with at that point. And so as I went into trainings, that was a very important part of the training, to say, look, fill this out yourself so that you too can see how valuable different aspects of language are, especially as you're working with second language learners, so that they value their heritage language. If you're working with a second language learner that's now studying a foreign language in addition to English, how exciting that is that that can be valued and that can be touted and seen as a positive instead of as a deficit model.